It's Quik V here. I heard the people got a couple questions for me, so I'm here to answer them.
What inspired you to be a part of the music industry?
I was born into it.
So, what was your big push into the music industry?
My big push.
Like, what made you say, okay, this is something I want to take seriously?
When I started spending hours and hours upon hours on beats and anything that had to do with, you know, production and music. So I just always wanted to be around the studio. So by just being around the studio and you look back and you're doing it for months and months and hours, it's kind of something you know you want to do.
So, what are your plans for your upcoming single you're about to release, Missions?
So my plan is to just get it out to as many people as I can so they can understand the vision that I'm trying to place upon the world. I'm all about building. I'm all about constructing, building with teams, just a whole uplift in life. And my first single I released was called Racks on the Blueprint. So a lot of my time and money has been into the infrastructure of the location that I'm building upon.
So I just heard you say infrastructure and those type of things. Can you give me a little bit of insight on what do you mean by infrastructure?
Infrastructure, like building, what I needed to succeed. I know I like studio. I knew I like, photography, the whole entertainment process. So I actually, got a building and actually started building upon that. So we built a whole studio, built a psych wall. As you can see in some of my vlogs, you'll be able to see some of the things that we've placed together. So when I say infrastructure, I really mean like actual buildings and walls and electrical, plumbing, and things as such. So
did you build these things yourself?
Yes, alongside with some professionals, but I was working alongside with them. So as we're building these things, I'm learning how to do different things. I'm learning how to do drywall. I'm learning how to run electrical, 12-2 wire, running HVAC, just all these things that it takes to run a building, a home, and all the infrastructures that, like I said, that just helps make things go past. Little doggy, huh? But yeah, that was the infrastructure. That was me, building along. Yeah, so I did use my hands. Yes.
Wow, that is something good to know. So where are you from?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Broward County.
305?
954, baby.
Oh.
954. Nothing wrong with 305 though. Like, I love them all. I have family that lives in Miami, so the whole South Florida area. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, I'm from 954, Fort Lauderdale.
So what other things do you have your hands in outside of music?
I'm currently developing some software. So I partnered up with a couple partners, and we're developing software for different businesses. So I went from building buildings and doing contract work to now I'm working on software development. I can't really let the cat out the bag on what software that I'm developing, but it's definitely going to be groundbreaking and something that the industry that I'm in musically can use. So I'm very excited about that. But as far as building and software development and music and entertainment, events, like I'm jack of all trades. I try to keep my hands in various things. So you can be looking forward to seeing some groundbreaking software soon.
So can people book you for, book your space, or can they book you for construction jobs? Like, how does that work?
Well, when it comes to the space, yeah, you can book it. It comes through referrals. There's really no way of just straight out pulling up or coming to the place without a referral or an appointment. But the place can be booked. As far as construction goes, you can book me for construction, but I'm very selective on the type of projects that I pick up. So I like to stay in the lane of the creative arts, you know, facilities and things like that, and commercial spaces. Some small residential, but like I said, I'm very selective with the projects.
So what was the inspiration behind the song Racks on the Blueprint?
So the inspiration really came from what I was doing here, like all the money that I had been making and all the different projects I had my hand into. I used those funds to fund what I was building here. So this set design that we're sitting in right now, it took money to build that, to place restrooms in a location, your plumbing, your digging, you know, all the concrete cutting, all of that costs, you know, development costs, toilets, sinks, you know, water pipelines, you know, electrical wire, concrete, gravel, grading, demolition. I think I mentioned HVAC. And then, you know, you have to have your air handler. Then you have your condenser outside. Then, you know, there's all of these different minor things that, like, if you look in your house, like, you don't even know, like, what it took to even get that light switch on the wall for you to click on. Like, there's a process that someone had to run that wire, 12-2 wire, or if you're residential, you might be using 14-2, and they have to take that and run it all the way to that panel box that you have that uses a breaker. So all of these things take money and time, and an electrical engineer could run you anywhere from 75 to 125 an hour. Mind you, with this place, it took me 34 days. 34 complete days. So you can just imagine how much that can cost. So, you know, with a space like this, wiring could run you $35,000. So you know what? If I wanted lights on in my creative facility, I had to pay that. So the racks went on the blueprint because I stayed on plan, I stayed on course. So I didn't go out and, you know, purchase, you know, other things outside of what the blueprint needed to work. And once the blueprint is fulfilled and paid for and everything is done in it, all of that other stuff is just gonna come 100-fold.
So I heard the song Missions and I actually really like it. Do you think we can get a snippet of a video? Is there a visual coming out? Is there a date?
I went to Florida in July. Video's done. We could look to release in September. The exact date, I'm thinking September 18th. September 18th is the date I would like to drop. The video is done. We're in the process of mixing and mastering at this point. So with that being said, that's what we can expect for Mission.
So could we get a snippet of the video here first?
We can, actually. Hey, what's up, man? It's Quik V. All we do is set the tone over here, and this is my new video. Just a snippet of Mission. Check it out.
What the mission be?
It's on the beat, make it boom.
Whoa, what the mission of the drill be? We securing everything like a royalty. We testing on your heart with a loyalty. Yeah, I trusted you with all that were killing me. Okay, what the mission of the drill be?
I love it. I'm so excited to see that. Who directed that video?
It was self-directed by myself. Just, you know, placing everything. I've been around, you know, the industry and had, how can I say, I had a lot of experience on sets. So by being around it, I kind of knew where to take things and how to direct it. And it was just an in and out thing, you know. It was actually on the fly. I planned it maybe 4 days prior to us shooting it. And it rained on that day, but, you know, I just sat inside until it stopped raining and we got to it. So it turned out well. But yeah, it was self-directed. Cheese, the shooter, my boy from Florida, he came through, he fulfilled the vision. and it was an amazing time video. And I think, you know, the Florida scene can really embrace it because it has, you know, I'm on Fort Lauderdale Beach, you know, I'm riding in the old school. That's how I like to come, so.
So I was seeing a lot on social media that you are working with other artists on the producing and engineering side. Can you give us a little bit of insight on how that is, or some of the artists that you're currently working with?
Yeah, I'm working with a lot of up and coming artists, you know, that's currently on, and then I'm working with the Taylor girls, of course. They have a new single coming out called Act Right. I was able to, you know, I was blessed enough to be a part of that situation, and I can't wait till that till that song comes out, 'cause it's really hot. But yeah, I've been just working with different like creatives, the DJs, the engineers. It just doesn't stop with artists. I feel like DJs and engineers are very important into the industry. You know what I'm saying? They're just as important as the artist and producer. And I like to work, you know, hand in hand with a lot of those individuals. And it just helps with the pot of creation that we're coming up with. So, yeah.
So is there a favorite recording studio that you have in Atlanta currently?
Yeah, I do. It's actually at my uncle's spot. It's fly. And then I love my spot too. I'm locked in over here. But that's where I started. And you know what I'm saying? Like that musical journey, it helped, you know, build me up. So being in that, it will always be home. And I love the environment. But like I said, it's the same energy from his to here. So both of them, I love them. Got to keep it going.
Before you leave, Quik, could you give us some social media handles and things like that, please?
Instagram, QuikV, QuikV. Instagram handle on the site, @site962. My YouTube, we here. QuikV set the tone. I think that's the only Instagram handles I got right now. I got to get some more, but we'll get up there. Oh, on my TikTok, QuikV. But you can find me everywhere. Just do QuikV with no C. You know.
Thank you for taking this interview, sir.
Hey, the pleasure's all mine. I love y'all all.